It's Wednesday night. It's pre-recorded. It's time for Saturday Night Isolation Live.
Hey everybody, Saturday Night Isolation Live, episode 4. And fourth take on this intro because for some reason I keep saying isolation charades. No, it's not even isolation charades. And while I'm on the topic of that, I've just been running out of time in the morning, so I think I'm going to have to make charades 3 times a week. So Ben, I know you're suffering from withdrawal from dingbats, so I've kind of made a few different ones as I've been going, so that at least you've got some in this episode. And then what have we got today? We've got a science experiment, we've got more origami, that seemed to go down well. We've got a mental puzzle, I suppose. The results of the tower challenge, and then a new challenge. And 2 tips for dealing with isolation. But first as ever, it's over to Carl for the news. Thank you, Carl. We bring you these breaking news stories. Firstly, the German Chancellor, Angela Merkel, has released her proposal in order to get the Germans out of isolation and back on the streets. Secondly, Boris Johnson's female head scientist has now released a new study on how to approach the COVID issues. Firstly, avoid men. Secondly, follow women. In response to this, the people over at Wife School have made free some additional places.
For almost a quarter of a decade, Wife School has been transforming average women into high-quality wives. Wife School offers a curriculum specially designed to soften even the
Darling, I'm doing the news.
With award-winning courses like Stop Spending My Money.
No, that's not the school. No, that's not what we were signing you up. No.
And putting his
unfortunately,
needs
that will
first.
Okay, we'll speak about this later. Back to studio. So now we've got a tip on dealing with isolation, and then we'll just go straight into our experiment with the research labs.
Have a glass of wine.
Okay, it seems today I need to be louder as camera is further away and we outside because this may get a little messy. So, today we look at chemical properties and explosiveness of water and tomato ketchup. I have water and tomato ketchup in here. I take water. I take special ingredient. Thank you, Gimbal. We mix. We keep mixing. We keep mixing. Now, this is practice. If this works, we go bigger. If this does not work, we go home. So, we pour. And terrible explosion. It looks very nice. It was supposed to go very big. We try this again. Okay, so for reference, this did not work very well. So we go bigger. Also, we plan on having a sponsorship deal with Coca-Cola. However, apparently we are not safe enough to work with, so no sponsorship for them. Okay, we have, as you say in your country, gone back to drawing board. We have new bottle. We have new cup. We have more magic ingredient. So, we mix these. Okay. Yeah, lots and lots. We mix. I make here Gimbal in garden. Hello, Gimbal. We mix. We keep mixing. You make sure it's mixed. Right. And now, hopefully this worked second time. Hey! It's much better. It's still not high, but goggles completed. Okay, back to studio.
That was actually a lot of fun. Okay, so on to our second tip for dealing with isolation. And then arts and crafts, this time origami hummingbirds.
My tip for isolation: check out the local birds.
Okay, so today we're going to attempt to make a hummingbird, and we got this inspiration because Kim has an amazing hummingbird. So by the time we're finished, we should end up with something that looks like this. Now, we're going to start with a square. So the easiest way of doing this is to fold one of these points over, unfold it, and then I'm going to do this off camera, but if you lick along that edge and then flip it over and then lick along this edge, it's going to weaken the fibres in the paper so it tears really easy and we end up with a perfect square. Now, we fold long edge to long edge, open it back up, and then long edge to long edge. Alright, so you've got one long edge, then we flip it over, and then we do diagonals to diagonals. So really easy. So on one side we've got diagonals, and on one side we've got the square sides. And then if we fold it like this, you see we end up with a perfect smaller square with all these little pieces pointing together. Then with these two edges on the side, you fold this along the center line, and the same on here, and then we flip it over. So you're ending up with these little open bits to one side, and we fold, and we fold. Alright, so simple so far. Now is the trickier bit. We open up one side of our square and we fold along this diamond that we've just created. So it goes inside itself. Alright? So we're going to do the same for these. We're going to open it back up, and then we're going to fold back along. Back along. So what you end up on one side, you've got these two edges, and on this side we've actually folded the edges inside. So let's just do this on this one as well. And you can obviously take your time when you're doing this. I'm just rushing so that the video's not 25 minutes long. Okay, fold this one, fold this one, fold this one, and fold this one. And hopefully this is also staying inside the shot because I can't quite see the camera. So we now have 4 points, 2 on the outside, 2 on the inside. So we fold one side up, and you now have one large triangle at the top with a smaller point and then one large piece and two small pieces at the bottom. Okay, so we're going to fold it over, so into a really long triangle, and then with all these middle points facing to the right, we're going to bend this top single point over to the right. And what we're doing here is we're making the head and the face. Okay? So, make the point over to one side, open up his little head, and then, just like a minute ago, when you folded in the edges, we're going to fold one edge in to the middle. We're going to fold the other edge in to the middle. Okay? I think I'm doing this right so far. Something with a pencil. Oh yeah. So there's his head. And then for the wings, we just fold one up one side and the other to match it up the other side. And there you have your own little hummingbird, which you can put a bit of string in, colour him in, and hang him from the ceiling. Okay. See ya. Okay, so some good tips there. Hopefully one of those you'll be able to do to help you get through your isolation. Okay, so now on to the the results for the tower building contest. Some excellent results, but just to keep in mind, scoring is height in centimetres plus number of different objects.
Turn it around. Don't know why. Yay, and it's 2.2 meters. We measured it in the test. Ta-da!
Go. Just let go. I've got it.
Have you?
No. Let go. Let go. I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. Let go. Take your hand away. Take your hand all the way away. Neither of us have got it. Uh-oh. And put it here so we can stand on top of it so we can reach the top.
Or we could just put it here.
If you put it round here, then we can reach. Just lift it up and put it through here. I reckon you'll be careful enough to actually make that work. Or carry it all the way round. It does hold all on its own. 193
193
plus... Where did it start? There. Do you want to hold the thing out? Plus 42 is...
Tara? 235.
Right, so 235.
I hope it's not leaning against the wall.
It's not.
Alright.
I can go past it with the camera. Do you want me to go past it with the camera?
Go on then, you check.
To show evidence. Damien.
Okay, and so on to the new challenge. Now, normally I do this with coins, and I'm going to try and do it with coins now, although with the jacket it's not easy. So, challenge will be, take as many things as you can stack on your elbow. Probably coins, but I'm leaving a bit of wiggle room. Balance the coins on your elbow, and then... You may have heard one drop. Catch them in your hand. So, go practice. Balance the coins on your elbow, and then video yourself grabbing them all. Most things in your hand win. Okay, good luck. How to close it up? Well, firstly, I almost forgot to put pause. I don't know if you call it a maths problem, but it certainly requires a bit of thinking, so I'm going to put that up on the screen now. Have a look at it, see what you think. If you want a hint, leave a comment down below. If you think you've got it, then draw a picture of it and WhatsApp it to me. I thought I'd try and, I don't know, start ending this with a bit of a more serious, well, not serious I suppose, but what's the right word? Don't know. Real. And I couldn't think of what to do or say, so without going all high and meaningful, I thought I'd leave you with 4 tips on how I try and be a good person, I suppose. So 1, try and learn one new thing every day. Number 2, try and help one person every day. Number 3 would be if you find yourself in conflict, try and understand the other person's point of view. And number 4 would be always be a good listener. Try and listen to what the other person's saying rather than just thinking about what you're going to say next. I think that will do. So, again, thank you all for playing with me through the week. It means a great deal. And I'll see you all next Saturday. Without fail, I'll make sure that these come out on Saturdays. Alright, see you soon.